Hi guys, we are at Serious Cricket today to review some very high level gloves. They are used by one of the greatest keepers there's ever been. And that person is of course MS Dhoni.
Pitch it up. Once again on the back foot and a good catch by the...
For 6. Oh, I tell you what, is that a strangle?
These are the EM gloves, the Dhoni model. All black, picked these up from VKS for £99, or I think they retail at about £170. I bought the large men's gloves because the men's gloves for me are far too small. Now in terms of fit, the length, probably not too bad. They're a little bit of a squeeze to begin with. The fingers are relatively wide. You can probably just about see my fingers being able to split in there, but plenty of room. I'm wearing the Grey Nichols Legend inners as well, and this makes my hand quite big. So it was a bit of a squeeze to get them in, but I'm sure as time progresses, that sort of thing will become significantly easier as that leather becomes more supple. The leather, decently made, all black of course, quite tight to begin with. And I'll show a close-up now of me just trying to squeeze my knuckles and close that fist. And you can see that there's really quite pronounced against my knuckles, a tight fit at the top of the hand. This of course will probably, over time, the more you use them, become much more supple and easier to maneuver. If you're looking at other gloves that are slightly more synthetically made, you're probably going to see an easier maneuverability from the off, whereas if you go for ones that have slightly higher quality in leather, you're then also going to see a slightly easier maneuverability from an early outset. But these are the ones that Dhoni uses, so this is what we get. Now in terms of the fit, you can see there's a negative cut just in here. That helps to make the glove really snug against the palm. I quite like that actually. I don't mind it at all. I like the fact that they're really quite snug to your hands. I don't feel like at any point I'm going to lose the grip or lose the glove, which is nice. I can throw my hands around. That's probably how Dhoni takes all those wonderful catches going to his right and diving down the leg side and all sorts, because the gloves stay on. They don't move, there's no movement. I feel like they are nice and secure in my hands, which is great. I wish they were a little bit longer. You can see there's not a great deal of extra space where these go. See, my wrist sits just at the bottom of this palm here, which is fine. It just about manages to fit my large hands, but I would like this just to go a little bit lower down. I like a very deep glove that sits a long way down my forearm. Adds a little bit more security for me, adds a little bit more protection. I just like the feel. That's a very personal thing for me. For others, this may be a perfect fit. And I would recommend going to any shop that is nearby, looking at gloves, trying them on with the inners that you like, and finding ones that work for you. These may work for Dhoni, but they may not work for you. Everyone is very individual in regards to the size and the shape. So try them on, try loads of pairs on and find ones that you like. Very standard, we got octopus grips on here. I like an octopus grip. I find there's just a little bit more grippy than others, such as the pimple. And there are various types of other grips around, but for me, these are the classics, these are the OGs, and the grip just seems nice. I'm a big fan of that, always have been, and I think it's just the way to go when you've got keeping gloves. If we look at the webbing, you see it's decently sized. I've seen bigger, if I'm honest. I think the Grey Nichols Legend gloves have a slightly bigger webbing, just to catch that ball in when we really outstretch, or there's a big edge, and we just catch the ball in there. I think there are others that are bigger, but there are certainly others that are generally smaller. So this is fine. Okay, we're talking a decent size, all right? For me, the big thing when it comes to that webbing is how it joins with the thumb, because typically you're going to find with these types of gloves that the first thing that goes is usually around the webbing. There's one thing that's usually an issue, it's how that webbing joins up with the thumb, and it seems decently glued on. Obviously time will tell how they fare, but it seems good enough at the moment. The big part for me in all my keeping gloves is the thumbs. What I don't want is I don't want thumbs that are really hard to maneuver. You can often find gloves where the thumbs really come around and they end up poking towards the ball. We don't want that. We don't want our thumbs pointing at the ball at any point. We want to have a big catching area to get those thumbs out of the way. These ones, pretty relaxed. I'm pretty happy with these and where they sit. I feel I can move my thumbs around quite a lot, which is nice. It's not as supple as pure leather gloves, such as the ones from Classic Keeper, but it's decent enough. What it means is I'm then able to close my hands relatively easily and move that thumb. Obviously the issue is that leather on the back, and that's going to take some time in order to improve that suppleness. In terms of design, it's very classic. It's all black. I would personally want this part, this fabric here, to also be black. I feel it's a bit of a cop-out when it's not. You know, it would have made the EM even more striking, and I think it just would have added a little bit more class. The same with the inside. You see this padding in here is also white, and I wish that was just all black. What it then allows is for the player's logo on the side and also the brand logo just to be that little bit more striking. So, final verdict. Are these gloves fit for a king? I think they're fine. I wouldn't say that they go above and beyond, and I'd say probably about £100 is about right. I wouldn't want to spend any more than that because I'd expect slightly higher quality, ease of movement from the off, so I'm not there on the sofa smashing with a cricket bat. Design-wise, I think it's fine. I like the hexagons across the glove. This sort of, it seems like the sort of Dhoni 7 shape, doesn't it? I like that. I think it's something slightly different, but I don't think it's going above and beyond for the man that it's created for. I'd like more black to make sure that these white bits do really stand out. But overall, it's a good glove. It's fine. With all of that said, what are your thoughts on these gloves? Would you pick up a pair? Are you going to grab one for the start of the season, just before everything kicks off? Let me know in the comments. For me, they're good gloves, but that's it. I wouldn't say that they are world beaters, nor would I say, are these really fit for the king himself? But they are good. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Any likes, comments, subscriptions really help this channel. Of course, you can find me on all the other various social medias at the Wicketkeeping Coach. So please do follow, please do like, please do subscribe. We'll be looking at doing a giveaway of these gloves at some point in the near future. So please keep your eyes peeled, and you could get yourself a large men's version of the EM Dhoni gloves. Thanks so much. Until next time. See ya.